Michael Farrier's devotion to sport fishing began as a young man during a trip to Alaska, which inspired his interests in saltwater fishing, travel, painting, writing, and archaeology. Farrior first began researching the sport of big game angling more than 50 years ago, which required the accumulation and study of numerous catalogs, old angling books, vintage tackle, and interviewing the previous generation of anglers. Farrier's photographic memory, persistent research, and public engagements sharpened his knowledge of the techniques and the evolution of fishing tackle used by the pioneers of the sport. Over the past several decades, Farrior has authored numerous articles about the beginning of our sport, including detailed accounts of how the Tuna Club of Santa Catalina Island played a pivotal role in establishing big game sport fishing as we know it today. This is where the world's first rod and reel caught tuna, marlin, and broadbill swordfish were taken, says Farrior, speaking of the waters near his home in Southern California. One simply cannot overlook the tackle advancements in rods, reels, lures, and more during this time, as well as the development of the very first fish flags, outriggers, and fishing kites. Farrior is considered by many as the first to explain the true story of sport fishing's origin. His collection of materials and artifacts begins with the infancy of saltwater angling on the eastern seaboard of the United States in the late 1860s, which transitions to the Florida Gulf for tarpon in the 1880s, and eventually in Southern California in the 1890s for tuna, marlin, and swordfish. Farrior joined the Tuna Club in 1988 and has served as historian for nearly all of his 34-year membership. Farrior also served as the chairman of the Tuna Club Centennial Celebrations in 1998 and served as the club's president in 1999. He also penned the privately printed History of the Tuna Club of Santa Catalina Island, 1898 through 1998, earning numerous awards, including Best Outdoor Book of the Year. Additionally, Farrior served on the Salton Stall Kennedy Grant Program out of St. Petersburg, Florida, which resulted in the first genetic blueprinting of bluefin tuna and authorized a grow-out pen and reintroduction of the California black sea bass. In addition to his prominent angling resume, Farrior has received numerous awards and proclamations for his philanthropic support of the promotion of youth angling education. Through his work at organizations such as Plant Grow and Eat Youth Program and the Boys and Girls Club, on many occasions, Farrior sponsored the cost of charter boats to introduce youth groups and at-risk kids to fishing. Farrior was selected as an IGFA trustee in 2002 and was named the first historian in the organization's history. In recognition of his volunteer work for the Tuna Club and the IGFA, Farrior was honored with the title of National Treasure by the United States Congress, and he was entered into the Library of Congress. In 2013, Farrior was honored with an induction into the prestigious California Outdoors Hall of Fame. In 2017, Mike was honored by the Billfish Foundation with the Winthrop P. Rockefeller Lifetime Achievement Award. When asked about these and so many other types of recognition, he stated, "I've clearly benefited from a lot of other people's love." For his contributions in revealing our sport's adventurous history, and for his successful efforts to introduce youth to recreational fishing, the IGFA welcomes Michael L. Farrior into the IGFA Fishing Hall of Fame.